Good evening, friends. Welcome to a beginner show. This is our last review of the IPL 2026. We review two matches here, PBKS and LSG and DD and
KKR.
KKR. Although finally both KKR, DC and PBKS, in spite of the win, had to bow out because RR won the inconsequential match against MI. So all the equations were haywire basically. But we'll look at these two matches, PBKs versus DC. I'm sorry, PBKs versus uh, LSG. So, Sudeep, your take on this match, which PBKs won?
Yeah, a little late in the day, after losing, seven consecutive matches,
Six
you
matches,
know,
six
six
matches.
to
Yeah,
seven, yeah, six matches,
yeah.
it was a
Mm-hmm.
bit late in the day, uh,
Correct.
and what I think, it is PVKs have themselves to blame, for, they were in
Correct.
such a, commanding position in the initial part of the league, and then suddenly they lost the
And
plots
for a very
completely.
long time, Sudeep, for a very
Yeah,
long
for
time.
a very long time,
We
I
have
mean,
never seen in an IPL a team in the
yeah,
top two for about 70% of the
70%
time
of the time,
and then losing out,
and
not
losing
to
the plot
qualify.
completely, six matches
Absolute.
consecutive they have lost in, and they have
Right.
themselves to blame,
I mean, very few top teams have lost six matches. Very few top
very,
teams.
very tough
Ever.
teams, and it was too late in the day, because
Correct.
at this you are in the mercy at the mercy of other teams,
Other
how they are
teams.
going to
Absolute.
perform.
Absolute.
All depends on their permit, all the calculations. It's not in your
Correct.
hands. So
Correct.
as usual, Rajasthan Royals, came out tops, on that day, on that particular day, and PBKs now are out.
True.
It would have been, a very good, if PBKs had. I don't, it is, if somebody new, a new team could have won this IPL, and PBKS was one of the
Yes.
top contenders. So
True.
it
True.
is very sad,
See,
that
I
they have
think
to,
RCB won last year. GT has
yeah,
won it. SRH also won in the old format, the Deccan Chargers.
second time, second
Yeah,
charge.
second time.
And
And
RR won
RR
the
have won. RR won
inaugural
the
one.
phenomenon. So all these teams have won. There's no,
So,
what do you
and
say? And you rightly said there's no charm basically. They know how to
yeah,
win.
and so I was just expecting, that PBKS may, throw up a challenge, at least reach the
Right,
final,
right.
and then it
True,
is
very, very
anybody's
true.
game. But
Absolute.
unfortunately, they have themselves to blame, and coming to LSG, I think, the one particular thing, there are two couple of things I would like to mention. Josh English's inclusion, have added, some depth in the batting order, because
Mhm.
he's batting well in at the top. But Nicholas Puran, he has been the biggest disappointment. 21 crores,
Yes.
valued at 20,
Yes,
21 crores.
I think you gave a snapshot of that data also. Like
Yeah.
12 players over 20 crores or 18 crores and all
Uh,
failed.
Rishabh Pant's 27 crores, and
Seven. Yeah.
Nicholas Puran, 21. For 48 crores in between them. And they have
Hmm.
just scored, 200 odd runs, both of them. So it's a big, big disappointment. I think they have let down the management. This is what I can say. The management had a
Correct.
lot of hopes, and
Yes.
they had built the team
We
around.
have discussed, Sudeep, at length, we LSG, we decided, I mean, we discussed that DC, LSG, KKR, and MI, they need to change their teams. But PBKs, we never discussed because we thought they will go qualify, and we have
They will
been
qualify. We
discussing.
had very high
Yes,
expectations,
experience
even
six consecutive losses. Do you
that
think,
is.
my question to you, do you think this loss will affect to an extent Shreyas Iyer's captaincy in T20? Do you think it might?
Yeah, because he failed to galvanize the team. This is going to be a negative factor. As it is, you are well aware. He's not in the very good books of the selectors at the moment.
Right,
The management, team management, and he had to perform. He had to do something extraordinary. Because see, the team selection, Indian team selection nowadays depends a lot on how well you perform in IPL, your performance, your captaincy, your batting, your bowling, everything. Your performance in the IPL is a big, is a deciding factor, on the selection in the Indian squad. And I think this is definitely, it will affect, will have some kind of
yeah,
adverse impact, because on his captaincy, on his
Right.
on his contention to be in the to lead the Indian T20 or Indian ODI
Correct.
squad. I think T20
Hmm.
squad, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, yeah.
Correct. Because,
So
see, his equation with Gambhir, we all know. So
yeah,
there might be a push to make Shubman Gill the all-format captain, which India normally prefers.
Yeah, Shubman Gill, or they might push Sanju Samson. That is also a
Yes, they might.
possibility. They might
Yes.
Sanju Samson.
Sanju, Hardik, and I think
I think
Shubman. These three.
Aksar, after his very poor performance, he's no longer in
Yes.
contention. Otherwise,
IPL these days is a big
he was also in
benchmark.
contention. He was
Yes, he
also in
was. But
contention.
this is what I could figure out. I mean, the way both these years, 25 and 26, Akshar's captaincy is so much to accept. I
Leaves a
mean, so much
lot
to
to be
desire.
desired. It leaves a lot to be
Yes,
desired.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes. Very true. Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
I think you are true. We're absolutely fine.
One thing, if you agree with me, Rahul, I think,
Yes.
if you're a player, particularly, you know,
Mm,
it's a mindset, See, if you start concentrating on money and
mm,
concentrate on only this, these kind of T20 leagues, and
right.
sacrifice your international career, it is going to somehow impact your batting or performance,
Mm,
overall performance.
correct.
Because, an
True.
international cricket is a different ball game altogether. And Nicholas
Right.
Puran, ever since he has retired, the lure of
Mm,
money forced him to
right.
retire from all international cricket. And after
Yes.
that, his performance has dipped alarmingly.
Yes. Right. You are true. And actually, we have seen for Rohit, we have seen for a lot of people that once you retire from other formats, it is
From
extremely, extremely difficult to concentrate, even whatever your age is.
Yes, absolutely. He's only 29, Nicholas Puran, and he
Yes,
just
yes,
threw
yes.
away his international career for these T20 leagues. And now
Correct.
he
Very
finds
true.
him in totally out of form, hopelessly out of form. He can
Yes.
hardly bat nowadays.
And I feel that the PBK's team management,
And
Preeti
PBK's
Zinta and
bowling also
others,
let them down. Bowling also
down
let
years.
them down
So
ultimately.
a team which we thought will win and now went out, and I think the six non-consecutive losses it's going to hurt them. I think it's going to hurt them. It may not be as big, Sudeep, as DC, MI, and KKR. Maybe those teams will have wholesale change, but there are going to be changes, as you rightly said. The bowling is, I think, uh, I somehow have a feeling they will get rid of Shami.
Yeah, LSG, na? LSG you are talking
Yes,
about.
sorry, not LSG. I'm talking. Sorry, PBKS is Arshdeep
Mohammad Shami, yeah,
Azmatullah
Mohammad
Obansai.
Shami, I think, yeah, I think,
Yeah,
but
Shamil are coming in a bit.
he bowled well in patches, but
Patches, absolute. I'm talking of
not
the Arshdeep, Marco Jansen, Chahal. Chahal also bowled well in patches. He bowled well
patches,
yesterday.
yeah.
But I think the
Overall, it was a very
bowling of
inconsistent
PBKS was
performance.
lot to desire. Was lot to
Very
desire.
inconsistent performance from
Yes, yes.
PBKS. I think Ishanjan has joined us.
Okay, okay. So we have almost decided. I mean, we have done about 9 minutes of this review. I mean, we are just on the end. So we discussed Ishanjan a lot on PBKS, not much on LSG. We have LSG discussed. I would like to know from you, Ishanjan, this match they won. Shreyas Iyer won the captaincy. I know you don't like Shreyas to be a T20 captain. I know that, so I'm not going into that. But uh, do you think PBKs will go for wholesale changes given the six losses and they were supposed to win this tournament and then they suddenly find that they are out of the qualifier? Do you think that they will go for some wholesale changes next year? Because the mega auction is only after the IPL in end of 27. So next year, even they want, they can only loan maybe one or two players. So they can't do much. Do you think there are going to be wholesale changes in PBKs?
See, as per to the PBKS team is concerned, they doesn't need to do paradigm shift, paradigm changes. They doesn't need to do. They only few where things has lapsed. They need to make amends only for on that. Wherever the team has lapsed, only the amendment need to be done over there. See, PBKS is having a concern bit batting down the order. They are having a bit of concern with the fast bowling and maximum in the fast bowling. They are having some medium pacers, but not up to that extent who can do so. Apart from Arshdeep, the one actually in IPL takes place in such a weather condition where you need to we need to have the bowler with. that means with more variations and with lot of that means drifts in the air, which things the PBK's bowler mainly has faltered over there. In fact, spinner also they need to look after this, take care of the entire bowling unit apart from Arshdeep. PBKs need to work on, because in fact if they are giving conceding so many runs for the team. In fact, the matches where they have won also, like with against Delhi, Delhi Capital, the opponents have scored huge runs, humongous runs. Although they have chased down, but still they have to concede lot of runs. So even they pose high total also, the opponents can chase them. So these are the things which need to work. And Shreyas Iyer has done good captaincy, but again, he need to take much more authority for the team. Along, they are having good opening slots. Priyan Charia and Prav Simran, a very good opening. In fact, Konoli also okay. They are having good finishers like Shashank and Suryan Shedge. In fact, Nihal Vadera is also there in the team. Their middle order is absolutely nice. Only they need to work a bit with the bowling, because they are faltering mainly on the bowling unit. Mainly they are faltering in their bowling and lower down the order. They need to, because sometimes teams lost the momentum once after falling, and 2 3 quick wickets fell down. That means at a on a trot, once they starts losing wicket. So these are the things which I think Ricky Ponting need to sit with the thing. Otherwise, they don't need to do paradigm. PBKS has played. That means played a good, has given a nice cricket throughout this IPL. And as I was saying, the Shreyas Iyer, he should focus more on the middle order batting right now, other than captaincy. I don't think he should be imposed at now. It's such a juncture where you need to have a particular, you need to have a fixed captain. You need to affix a captain for the ODIs mostly, and T20. See, T20 now you can go for trial and error, because almost it's a time that India has won the T20 World Cup. Now it's a time you can go for some new comers round. So you can give Akshar Patel also the captaincy. You can give Hardik Pandya also the captaincy. There are a lot of Sanju Samson also captaincy. And for that, I don't need to think. I don't need think you need to hand over the captaincy to Shreyas Iyer for that. Shreyas Iyer should focus. Shreyas Iyer has been the vice captain of the ODI team. He need to now. He should focus more on the ODIs apart rather than T20s at the moment. And he is the stalwart of India's middle order. One thing, he has to play the role of India's middle order unit. So there is lot of responsibility on him. He need to he need to buckle himself up for the next upcoming ODIs. So huge responsibility on him.
Thank you, Vishanjan. Very well made points. I have a personal feeling that PBKs did not peak early. They peaked at the right time, but they had this problem which LSG, DC had last year. They peaked badly. I mean, they've had a problem winning matches. 6 matches they lost, which, of course, if you are a top team,
Moreover,
you will
one
never
thing, they are
lose six
lagging
matches.
with spinners also. Only one this Chahal, because
Yes,
they need to find out
Chahal was inconsequentially and very
consequence.
inconsistent also. Very true. Agreed.
Consistent.
Uh, yes, true. Thanks,
They need to
thanks,
find out
Vishanjan.
young spinner.
Yes, we have been. Sudeep, Vishanjan has been strongly advocating Sanju Samson or maybe Hardik. Hardik is an injury-prone problem. That is a problem for
That's
T20 captaincy. But
injury
in
prone. Yeah.
Akshar
India,
Patel.
And he,
India, no, Aksar, I don't think Sudeep
somehow,
is right. After the T20 debacle, after the DC debacle, I don't think Aksar Patel will get the
I
captaincy. I
don't
don't
think
think.
Hardik Pandya will get, because the senior players are not very comfortable with Hardik, playing under Hardik. This has been a problem with
Yes,
Mumbai team,
Mumbai,
a very bad
right. And
experience.
especially the fallout with
So
Rohit. The
I
fallout with
don't think
Rohit.
the selectors will risk Hardik Pandya at the moment. I think
Hardik.
it could go
So
to
that
either
leaves
Sanju
Sudeep,
Samson
that
is
leaves
one of the leading
Shubman Gill.
contenders.
That leaves Shubman Gill as the only candidate now.
Shubman Gill, yeah, but I
In fact,
think I don't know whether he
in
will
fact,
find a place in the
Ishan
team.
Kishan also can
Shubman.
be given
Ishan
captaincy.
Kishan is also, but
A
yeah,
candidate for for T20 captaincy.
yeah. But I don't think Hardik Pandya will get in at this moment. Selectors won't risk it.
Okay.
Risk it.
Okay. Okay. Uh, so I still feel Shreyas Iyer or maybe Shubman Gill will get it. Shubman
Sanju
has a
Samson,
little
either of these two.
Sanju Samson also, but I don't know. CSK didn't qualify. I don't know because see, Shreyas Iyer's lob
I
is
will
so
not
strong.
even say that Shubman Gill should be brought back into the T20 squad with captaincy. He let Shubman Gill and Shreyas Iyer both focus on ODIs. Not Shreyas, not Shubman Gill, not KL Rahul. These three should focus only on
No, KL
ODIs
Rahul
at
is
the
not in
moment.
contention. The contention is only Shubman Gill and Shreyas Iyer and maybe Sanju Samson. But I feel it will be Shubman Gill because they want an all-format captain. That is what I am understanding from different media reports. I think it will be back to Shubman Gill again.
Yeah,
Shubman Gill,
possibility.
then
Yeah.
who? Shubman Gill will. That means there is no place for Shubman Gill at the moment in T20s. In ODI and Test, he can find a spot. But I don't think after the advent of Ishan Kishan, you can make a place for
So I,
Shubman Gill
I,
into the
I
team.
have a feeling they will bring Ishan Kishan down to one down. They will get Ishan to one down and they will play
Ishan
Shubman Gill.
Kishan is
And
batting down the one down only. Because
I don't know.
opening is being down by Abhishek Sharma and
Sanju
Sanju Samson.
Samson.
Uh, so Shubman Gill, I don't find any place for Shubman Gill. At least
No,
Shreyas
but
Iyer, you can find
I
a
have a
place for
feeling they
Shreyas
will
Iyer.
get. Yeah, true. But I
Shreyas
think they
Iyer,
will get.
still you can fix a place in place of Surya Kumar Yadav. But Shubman Gill, I am not finding any place.
I don't know, but Shubman Gill might be the captain now because if they do not take, they don't look at Hardik and they don't look at Shreyas Iyer, then probably Shubman. That is what I'm reading. We'll have to wait and watch. Thanks, Sudeep and Nishanjan. We'll come to the
Okay.
end of the first review between LSG and PBKS, which PBKS won, but then they went out because RR won against DC. We'll now
Yeah.
go to the second match, the final match of the round robin league, which was at Eden Gardens yesterday. I mean, a stupid match in the sense that none of them qualified because RR won the match and it became inconsequential at the Eden Gardens, Delhi Capital, and Knight Riders. So
Let
we'll
make both the matches together. Let us earn both the matches together.
we'll review only KKR and DC because RR
Reviewing both.
match will. So we'll review the KKR match and the DC KKR versus DC, which was the last match, in fact, the 70th match of the current IPL.